Still feeling it. A troubled frown reeling, all a bit shit. A cricketing come down, a furrowed brow. Well, how? The Indians went to town, made us look like a hapless, clapless clown. And the velocity and ferocity of the unfurling atrocity, hurling us towards understandable animosity at this monstrosity. So, as you can probably tell, have deduced, not feeling swell about the way we fell, did play, were reduced down to a self induced hell. I know on it I shouldn't dwell, no point whatsoever, whenever in a riff on what if. Oh, well, whatever. We were truly duly whacked, but no one has been sacked. Our boys may have slacked, no bottom smacked, but do deserve some flack. Though the pleasure pack are still back. Passion not lacked, still got that knack. Of course they won't change tack. Was just a blip, never ever hold back. Skip down the track, enjoy this trip, and it is a trip. Have a crack, always attack. Return of the Mac. We've got little and large, Zach and Ben, tall and small, our bucket hat men. One forever thrives on a Dexter style he derives but never contrives. Silky, sassy, sultry drives, surely, purely, crawly. The other brother, sachet sways, forays, a funky monkey, no more a flunky but a sweeping junkie. A cut slut with a strut, swagger, not stagger, a run blagger. Our best opening pair since Dull and Duller. All right, fair. Take a look at the scorebook and Cook and Strauss and their share of flair and nous. All right, let's zoom to the elephant in the room. What the didgeridoo is going on with Johnny? All doom and gloom. Really haven't got a Scooby Doo, but he needs to biff the hoodoo with some ginger quiff voodoo. So we think though best they will get another go, chance to show he still has that fiery glow, tested and tried, not to be denied. Who has supplied with blue-eyed pride the gusto? Because when the skill and will are applied, can deliver the killer thriller blow. No one can hide from some Mr. B glee. Gotta see gung ho bravado. Also to boot, still a little raw, sore and unsure about Rue. A talent to flout so pure, but keeps managing to get out. Should sow the seeds, would bear fruit. Me pleads, his ability stuns, not moot, but needs to bloody score more ruddy runs on this tour. Hope he shuns the silly shots, goes with his strongest suit, finds the slots, gets set, time to yet loot, start to soar, take part, show his art and heart. Yep, have a toot, have a hoot. We just pray and have to say, where have you been? Well, we haven't seen anywhere near your best yet. Then we can cheer, won't fret. More old school, less new cool. Must trust in your class and not let some fabled farce rule. Oh, and by the way, not being at all, just please don't tease or play the fool. So having been so far left out with Ollie, famous for his odd off my trolley verbal volley, finally get the shout, chance to show what he's all about. Not some unfit folly or wise cracking slacking Wally, a bottle blonde dolly like Holly taking the piddle. Instead, his reaction going full throttle, showing some clout as fit as a fiddle, getting them out, his greatest strength flowing. That default setting, no point even betting where it's going. Line and length, a laser taser razor glowing, no faff or fuss like Gus Fraser, such a high action. Gets some nibble and dibble, moves enough off the rough, just a fraction. That's the beauty of the Robinson riddle. It's not really a slight, but our bowlers have looked undercooked, or is it overcooked? Well, a little light. Things to learn, all right, but we're hearing the highlight. Could be that our rock who leads the flock, Big Ben, has taken stock of his knee knock, which is clearing. A shot return nearing as he turns back the clock, ready and steady. Prime time to chime again for one of our main men. Shades and spades of 2005 Freddie. Joining the fight, the Ripper skipper runs amok. His might helps us take flight and alight from the plight of the current bowling blight. Here's hoping to the Indians not coping, them moping. Ah, the sight. Not just some respite, but the height of delight, giving the host with their boast a proper copper top fright. Of course, the usual hitch with this clash, how we make a hash, that potential car crash in the ditch, the thing that could bewitch, yep, the fucking pitch. And as you could, should, would guess, the Indians did confess they've made a switch. More is less, at least when it comes to the feast of mottled cracks, they're seemingly bottled for this track, it will be a beast, which is pretty clear from the sheer number which will appear. Oh dear, on a leaner, meaner, Tina Turner, Bunsen burner. Feel that fear. To win the crown will all boil down to toil and still being able to foil and spoil the power shout of spin. Now, we could somehow pretend, but we all know in the end it's boys against men. The Indians in a whirl can outswirl and swirl us. Plenty of lip, more dip, sure nip, pure rip, lure with flip, unfair, the deceit, a cheat, turning into a bad trip. Stomach churning, not learning, burning in this heat, almost yearning to get out. Well, how about snip, snip, done and dusted? Having a total mare busted by the flair pair, playing without a care with their bouffant hair, us straying and now staying in their vocal local lair. They can tell, even smell the despair. Wickets and runs to share. So rare, each a master blaster of disaster. one who was faster than anyone to 500 wickets, the t'other a true blue seller of tickets. Everyone a sucker for the motherfucker, best pound for pounder, all rounder. Well, honestly, is there anyone sounder? Someone who seems to make more teams flounder. The stuff of dreams, a sagacious, most predacious soul who gets them out of a hole, can bat and bowl, victory the sole goal. But sometimes, just sometimes, the blog won't be all about the magical cricket ticket tout King Jadu. Limelight to hog, doing his thing, creating his own virtual smog, a place where strife is rife, gets it all his own way. But mouths to shut, one day he will lose face, won't hold sway. Rut replaces glut, the door shut. A hero, rightly hailed, but for once in his life, can't get that slog nailed. The player, the loud, proud crowd would all pay to snog, embattled but rattled. Savvy, Ravi, rather miffed, has flailed and failed to flog the underdog. Their boat has sailed, the thank you card mailed, because even the boy who can really move, serious shift, his delirious drift causes a real rift, gives his team a lift, might be out of groove. A delightful gift. That danger, the savage of ravager to danger can muster, proved to be the stuff of bluff, guff, and bluster. He can fluster. Well, with Stokes blokes, folks, you never really know anything other than they will give it a go. So just trust, lust, and must dare to dream. Oh, and let's slide into a final aside. And as you can see, not about brevity, me, but love a bit of levity. So let's have a natter about the small matter of a new young spinner whose barnet is already growing thinner. Not a sporting sinner, more of a match winner, who in that first test had the Indians for dinner, a curry of a flurry of wickets in a hurry. Now, don't mean to sound shirty, but he looks like he's from 1930. Tom has bowled partly, smartly, earned his spurs when he purrs, and these aren't slurs I'm dishing, but taking a scant glance. Right, have a second look. Not just me wishing, but was his story told and sold in an old book, written by him on a whim, with just a slight change in pseudonym, doing the rounds? Well, I must try and buy. Sounds pretty mellow. Sigh why? I've been scouring the yellow pages for ages. It's called Fly Fishing by J.R.